Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly video update. I'm Matt DeWolf. And friends, this is actually the last weekly update you're going to get from me for the 2023 calendar year. We will be back in the new year with you, but I want to leave you with a couple of things. Again, this is meant to keep you updated on what's going on in the industry if you don't have a ton of time. And so I'm going to give you three things, okay, in just a few minutes here. Number one, I want to make sure that everybody remembers we are entering a time of celebration, right? And so this is a perfect time for you to celebrate your team and celebrate your wins. So I always, growing up, was of the mindset pretty firmly that if you worked hard and you did a good job, that people would notice. And some of that is true. Sometimes they do. But I've come to believe as I get a little bit older that you got to speak up for yourself too. And you got to not be afraid to celebrate the achievements that you've made and take credit for those and advocate for yourself. So make sure you're doing that this holiday season. Now, I'm not talking about, flying too close to the sun and being like Icarus, but take time, celebrate your wins, celebrate the wins of those around you, and really just enjoy this holiday season. All right, so I'm going to celebrate some things. I told you I would, and here we go. So one of the things that happened in the last year that I was super excited about is the progress of Car Wash the podcast. So we hit some milestones in the last year. We had 57% growth with that podcast, and then maybe the coolest thing that sort of goes unnoticed, we hit over 100,000 listens last year. So we crossed that milestone. That was a pretty cool mark for us to hit. That's a lot of time spent listening to this podcast. And we're super appreciative of the people who tune in and take the time to listen to that podcast. So that's the thing I'm celebrating today. Speaking of celebrating things, there's a whole bunch that we're going to talk about on an episode of the podcast coming up, where we're going to share some of the successes from ICA over the last year and what we're looking forward to really in 2024. So don't miss that episode. Now, last thing for you, if you're finding yourself with some time over the holiday season here and you're wanting to maybe level up, check this out. So LEAD is individual courses available for you to train on, and you can buy those for as little as $100 a course per person. And this is kind of a look just so you can see what it looks like on the back end as you're taking these courses. So this one's all about coaching hourly employees, which obviously many of us do on a daily basis. So this is just one example of an awesome course that you could start with right away. You could level up your game immediately. And I think that's about it. That's all I got for you this time. I want to make sure that you don't forget to celebrate, that you catch our latest episode of the podcast. And friends, when you're out there just killing it washing cars, there's really just one thing that you've got to do, and you know what it is. Until next year, friends, keep it clean.